welcome to JCB Orvo Labs. So in today's session, we will discuss about the design of a series active power filter for power quality improvement. So the power quality problems, several we discussed it previously. Several type of power quality problems also there. Shunt active filter, power quality problems like voltage sag, voltage swell, and voltage transients. So to overcome those problems or harmonics or to mitigate those power quality problems, we have set of factor devices. So in those factor devices, we have series active filter, shunt active filter, and we have combination of series and shunt. We can call it as a UPKC, Unified Power Quality Conditioner. And the series active power filter is nothing but the dynamic voltage restoration also. So how to design a series active filter or a dynamic voltage restoration in MATLAB Simulink design, we will see here. So this is the regarding that this is the IEEE session paper. Uh, I can see here this is the filter, active power filter, and the dynamic voltage of the series active power filter, this one. So as per this, we will try to make the simulation and design now. So now you can see here. So initially we are taken here a three phase from Simscape, electrical specialized power system sources. Here I took a three phase programmable voltage source, and from utilities here I am taking a ground. Now you can see here, this is the distribution side, this D statcom which we are using. I connected to here. We'll give the parameter values later. Now I can see here. So by using this one, we are sending the power supply to the load. Here you can see here, initially here itself we can create the problem, the fault. Actually normally due to the rainy season or symmetrical and unsymmetrical faults also there. Sag problem, swell problem, which we will discuss here. Initially we will create the problem, then how to mitigate that power quality problem, and by sending the power supply from the distribution from source to load side, we need to overcome that particular problem. So now you can see here, here once if we take here, so then we need to take a three phase VI measurement block. Here I am taking three phase VI measurement block. Here I am taking. So double click this three phase VI measurement block, use a label and use a label here, apply. Okay. So now this is a bus connected system. Either you can change the background color also here. So now this is our, you can see here, so which we connected to here. Now from here we are sending the power supply, right? So now here I took a series RLC branch, a series RLC branch which I took here. So then through the impedance, so now you can see here I took here an LC. From to here we are sending the power supply. Now you can take from here A phase and the B phase, and here this is C phase, right? So while we are taking the power supply like this, we can connect here. So then I took one more bus selector, but here this is the load side, VL, here I am mentioning load, and here IL load, here I am mentioning. Load side voltage. So here now you can see here which we connected to this bus So now people need to hear, we need to connect a load, right? Non-linear load. So here we are connecting. So you can see here the load switch is a non-linear load. Here I am connecting. Now for that, here I took a small subsystem. Inside of the subsystem, we are making a non-linear load. Now you can see here, I will took here first 3-phase RLC branch. Here I am taking. So double click this one, keep it as RL, apply, OK. So now connected to here. So now rectifier, an uncontrolled rectifier which we are taking here. So either directly we can take the universal bridge or we can take the diodes also. So here diode I am taking. Otherwise directly from library itself, power electronics, we can take the diode also. From diode, so this is a physical block actually, but here we are taking from sim power system blocks which we are using. Controller, double click here. So remove the measurement port. We can keep here. So now you can connect here. This is a 3-phase uncontrolled rectifier. So A phase, B phase, C phase which we are connecting here. So now here we need to connect a load, right? So take this one, double click here, keep it as a RL load. So 60 ohms which we keep here. Controller. So now we created this one. So here this one you can create a subsystem also. Select all, control G. So this is a non-linear load which we can mention. This is a non-linear load. This connection one you can keep it as A and B, and this is C. So here you can give the name also, non-linear load, and top of this block also you can mention this is a non-linear load. So when we are sending the power supply from the source to load side, whenever the problem occur, either sag problem or swell problem will occur on the power system network, the series active filter which will help to mitigate that particular problem. The problems, the power quality problems, either sag or swell, will occur in fraction of seconds only, either 0.1 to 0.2 second or 0.2 to 0.3 second. In between the time, whatever the time people will keep here. So in that particular time, the problem will occur. But while the load by receiving the power supply before sending to this load, that problem we need to overcome it. So for that reason, here we are taking the, so you can see here, so this one you can write here, create a mask. So here you can keep the name as non-linear load also. You can keep as non-linear load. Apply. Okay. So this is a non-linear load which you can see. Okay. So now here we are creating the problem at this point. So now the problem is sag and swell which we will create. So that problem we need to overcome on it. So now here I took a saturable transformer. I took a saturable transformer. Here I am removing this one. I will, and this is the primary coil to secondary coil side, right? So now you can see here controller phase 1 which we are taken here. Now here we are taken this is oh. So now here we took another saturable transformer, and here we took third one. So now here this is a series connector, right? So now here this one, and here we connected. Here we have three phase, right? A, B, C, which we are connecting to a bridge rectifier, three phase voltage source converter, or series active filter, or dynamic voltage restoration is nothing but the three phase voltage source converter only. So now here we are taking a three phase voltage source converter. For that we need a IGBT switch. Here we are taken. So now you can see here controller, double click here, remove this measurement port. This is verse 1, and here this is S2. Like three switches. So for these three switches here we are giving the DC voltage source. You can see here. Now here we are taking the DC voltage source, actually power system, and here electrical sources, DC voltage source which we took, because to compensate the problem, whatever the problem, either we can keep the DC link capacitor also, or we can keep the DC voltage source also. Here I took a resistive element to pass the signal, apply OK. So now you can see here the DC voltage source which we are keeping here. So now here you are connected to this one, and from here to here A phase, B phase, and C phase. So here what I am doing here, I am creating this one as a subsystem. So here I took a NOT gate also, because this is three phase inverter. So when the problem is occur, it will take the supply from here, the DC link energy. Here I am keeping around the variation in between the 400 to 800 we can keep. Here I took 700 voltage DC, apply and OK. So all these six switches will not turn on at a time. They will maintain with some delay. So here we can't turn on all the three phase six switches at a time onwards. So we need to give the delay value also. So now here this three phase voltage source inverter. Now what I am doing here, I will take a logical operator. Logical operator. By taking this logical operator, here we are keeping this one as a NOT gate. Whenever the first this upper leg switch will turn on, at the time the lower leg switch will be turn off here. Whenever the upper leg switch will turn on, lower leg switch will be turn off. So here we taken. So now all these gate pulses we combine at one point. All these gate pulses we are combined at one point. So now you can see here. We created this one and we created this one as a subsystem. So double click here. This is fourth, right? And fifth and sixth also. And here A, B and C, third phase we have taken. So now Dmux block here I took. Here I took the 6 gate pulses which we have. So we are removing this one. So now here you can observe here. You can see here all the legs switches will not turn on at a time. Now here we are taking the gate pulses. Now here these are the 3 input ports which we need to give. If we took this one again here, this is A and this is B and this is C. So here which we keep this one as positive and here this is a negative terminal. This is negative terminal. A, B and C here I am taking. Okay. This is for pulses. This is for pulse or you can mention the gate pulse G. So now here the positive and negative terminal where it is. So this is we will keep in right side. So now you can observe here. This is the DC voltage source and this is a 3-phase inverter, right? So now this one here we combine A, B, C here. So to this converter topology, we need to generate the gate pulses. We need to generate the gate pulses. So that means, so when the problem will occur here, the problem is occurring at this point we are creating the problem, either sag problem or swell problem which we are creating here. To this one, we need to generate the gate pulses, either hysteresis pulse width modulation control technique or SPWM technique control technique, but with the PLL lock loop, phase lock loop, then the VA, VB, VC, which we need to take the source side, and the load side one, which we need to take here current, I load current, IL, ILA, ILB, ILC, which we need to take. Then we need to convert the ABC into DQ transformation by applying the Park transformation. ABC to DQ we need to convert. So by converting the ABC to DQ, then with the PI control technique, and here the 3 by 3 matrix which we are converting into the 2 by 2 matrix, then we are that DQ transformation again we are converting into the ABC. For the 6 switches we are generating the gate pulses. So let's see here which we did here, the DVR model you can observe here. So this is a complete DVR which you people can look at here. I will try to explain. So this is the part which we designed now. So inside of this controller I will explain now. So now you can see here the grid side voltage which we are taking the 380 to 50 voltage, 50 grid frequencies, 50 hertz, and the time variation actually it will show none. We need to select the amplitude. By selecting the amplitude, the type of variation also it will ask, either step or ramp or modulation. So table of time amplitude pairs if we created, so then as per the amplitude values and the time values. Now you can see here in between 0.5 to 0.7 you are creating the sag problem, and 1.5 to 1.7 which you are creating the swell problem. So here at this particular time, how much time we are running the simulation? Total time is 2.5 seconds which we taken, and here we created the problem. Here we created the problem. So to overcome this problem, what we are telling, the power quality or the DVR, dynamic voltage restoration. So whatever this one you can see here which we connected here. So the 6 switches which we connected, then here we are trying to give the gate pulses. So this gate pulse you can see here we given the 700 voltage DC and we passing that one through an element. So now this series active filter also which we make another subsystem. So this is bus 1, right? And this is a 1 3 phase VMS and this is bus 2. So now here we keep use a label, right? So this one VA, VB, VC, it will come to directly here. So now you can see here the load side VABC. You can see here this block where we are getting. So directly we are taken from here itself, the DVR. VABC which we are getting the magnitude. With this is a discrete Fourier transformation which we taken from the library browser. So then we are converting this VABC into magnitude. Now you can see here the frequency 2 pi f and k t of s by z minus 1 and 380 square root 2 by 3. This is the constant block which we take. Now what we are doing here, we are convert u of 1 sin u of 1 sin u of minus 2 pi by 3 sin u of 1 plus 2 pi by 3. This means so sin 0 sin 120 sin 240. So then again the load side voltage, here we are taking the load side voltage. You can see here the load voltage, either load voltage or current side. You can see here this is a VL and IL which we taken. Either we can apply the current control technique or the voltage load also which we can keep. So now this is our load side voltage, then we are converting this one and we are getting the magnitude. So by keeping this summation block, then we are getting the, this is the error block actually. So then here this is the saturation point. In this saturation point the relay block, so which we will keep the switch on means 1, switch off means 0. So the switch point, the this path which we are taken, in that particular path only the signal will allow hysteresis. If you see the hysteresis bandwidth, in that particular bandwidth only the signal will pass and it will send to the load side. Now which we are sending, we are getting the gate pulses. So the output gate pulses we are entering into the here. So now here what is the initial input voltage, load side voltage, how we are injecting that voltage. So injected voltage also we need to get, right? We can see here the reference voltage which we are getting, then we are getting the gate pulses. Now here which we created the scopes actually VABC, VL, load source side voltages, load side current. From that we can get the injected VA, VB, VC. We will get IA, IB, IC also we will get. Now you can observe here. I will run the simulation. So then how we are rectifying the problem. This is a basic one only, the basic DVR. So now you can see here. This is the source side voltage. The input is this is input one. So now we can see here. So when the problem is created, where we are creating the problem, how we are rectifying that problem. This is a source side voltage, right? Source side voltage and the load side voltage and the load side current also you can observe. So once the simulation is completed, then we will observe how we are creating the problem, then how to rectify that problem also we will get it here. Now you can observe here. So initially the voltage. So here we created at what point 0.5 to 0.6, right? 0.5 to 0. Then 1.5 to 1.7, which we are created the problem. This is source side or grid side voltage. Now you can observe here the measurements you can see 0.5 to 1, 1.52. You can see here 0.5 to 0.7, 1.5 to 1.7, which we created the problem. Now you can observe here by observing this one and the measurements you can observe here 0.5 to 0.7, which we created a sag problem. This is the sag problem, and here 1.5 to 1.57, which we created a this is a swell problem. Normally pure sinusoidal we need to get, but we are getting the oscillations here suddenly because the sag problem will occur because of the lightning strike or trees may fall down, the fault will occur. But in this case suddenly if you are increasing the load more, if you suddenly if you are putting more burden on the load side, then oscillations will come. So this is swell problem. Now to mitigate that problem, the injected voltage which we keep here by using this one, this DC link voltage and this three-phase inverter, which is mitigating that problem. Then you can see here the injected voltage which we are sending in this particular point 0.5 to 0.7 and 1.5 to 1.7, and the load side voltage if you are observing, it is a pure sinusoidal waveform. So initially we people are creating the problem. The problem we are overcoming it by using the DVR, dynamic voltage restoration. That means even though the problem is occur on the power system network, from near to the substation you are getting the power supply. In that way the problem is occurred. So if you are keeping the DVR or series active filter, it will protect your loads and it will trying to mitigate that power quality problem. Then it is sending quality amount of the power to your load side here. This one load side voltage which we are sending here. So that's it about this one. Then you can see here VABC load side voltage and the grid side voltage. These are the things which we discussed actually. These are the waveforms, and here the load side one, and these are the line voltage and injected voltage which we can mention also here. So this is about the DVR, and the coming the people you can subscribe our channel, then you will get regarding technical either machine learning, IoT, Python. We are conducting so many programs regarding workshop, internships. So you can visit our website JCB RO Labs. So located in Dadri and nearly recently started in Ghaziabad also. So Jagdish Chandra Bose Research Organization, which will provide the training programs for workshops, trainings, faculty development programs. So we are organizing the program 2 days workshop on Python on scientific computing. So coming this month, if you are interested, you can join in this program. Python basics. So this is the content which we will cover in that one. So now here the research purpose we are supporting, and we are providing some content, and you can download our website also. you can download the required simulations, the basic MATLAB Simulink models, which we will keep here. And we are providing all these domains, either MATLAB, VHDL, and Arduino and IoT, Python, machine learning, embedded systems, and data science, C++. So in all these areas, we are providing the technical training programs, faculty development programs, workshops, and we are providing and we are giving the research internship program, and we are offering research funding also in those areas. Research areas also we are providing. uh, you can visit in our website for more information, and all these areas: microwave component antenna designing, analog and digital signal processing, electronic device circuits, robotics and embedded system, communication, VLSI design. So in all these domains, the prominent persons which may help to you in these areas. So then you will get more information if you visit this website. And we have JCBRO Lab YouTube channel also. So for more technical videos, so subscribe our YouTube channel. You can see here, from here you can subscribe our JCBRO Labs YouTube channel. So you will get regarding all this. So you can subscribe Dr. Sachin Sharma sir website also. So thank you all. Thank you for participating in this session.